Yes, people. What we have now in this country, I want to talk about these pastors and these church leaders. Some of these men are not working for God. These fellas are doing their own thing. A lot of these pastors are more like politicians, men pleasers. These men moving like politicians. All right. We have a place in Isaiah chapter 58, 1. It said to blow the trumpet and tell the children of Israel their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. You have to tell the people what they are doing that is wrong. That is the responsibility of a preacher, to bring correction. You understand? But when we look at the situation, there are very few preachers in this country now who are actually telling the people what they're doing, the wrong that they are doing. One of the few people I see that is very consistent in doing that work is Albert. Albert is very consistent in that business that is going on, in this thing. Because what we have now is a situation where a lot of these pastors, what they're looking for is preeminence, greatness. They want people to see them and recognize them. So we have a situation where when the House of Assembly is in session and the Governor General is giving her throne speech, them man want to get invited to sit down in the house and to clap. A lot of these preachers now, what they want is to get these concessions from the government so that they can bring in their chairs, they can bring in their laptops for their church and for their children, and they can bring in their Jeep. That's the real thing for them. They can bring in their nice SUVs and play like they run in show. So what happened is, there's a guy named Eli in the Bible. Eli was responsible for the house of God. So Eli became slack. Eli's children were doing an abominable thing. Eli, his sons, were having sex in the house of God and he wasn't correcting them. He died because of that. God rejected him. A lot of them pastors and church leaders in the country, God rejected them man already. Atrocities are being done in this country. And you never hear any of them man talk. The fellas that you will hear the most is Pastor Ben. You will hear Pastor Ben, you will hear Albert often. But a lot of them fellas, you never hear nothing from them. Them fellas are preoccupied with counting money. Them men are preoccupied with preeminence. They want people to recognize them. Right now, them fellas looking for civil status. Them fellas trying to elevate themselves to a level where the front speech is being given. Them man want to sit down in the best chairs in the House of Assembly. So a lot of things happening in this country. Them man will not say nothing. When politicians, it is like, these days politicians are wild out in St. Lucia now. The kind of thing some of them people saying, the kind of thing them man doing, them man wild out now. You hear any of these preachers, any of them pastors come and say anything? God reject them, man. Yes, God reject you preachers. God reject your pastors. God has rejected you all because God said that you're supposed to teach the people right and wrong. And because of money, you're turning a blind eye. God has rejected you all. You know who going to be the people of God and preaching? You see, some of the same young guys you see that is committing the crime, God is going to use them men to preach and to say the things that you all refuse to say. God rejected a lot of you all people already. Some of you all think you all there, you all stand, but you all have fallen a long time ago. God rejects you all already. A lot of you all church leaders are rejects. God rejected you people. You all have no use to God. You all only have use for your own selves. Hey! Alright. You all have no use to God. You all have no use to God. What you all try to do now is, when things happen in the country, you'll never see. You'll never hear. That's why when, after the crime thing in Vieux-Fort, some of these pastors came and they decided they wanted to have a rally. You all were looking so comical in that thing you all were doing there. You want to have a rally, a walk. Where were you all along? Huh? If you all were praying, God would not reveal those things to you all. God revealed things first to his people, his prophets. Where were you all? You were in the church counting money. You were looking for recognition. God wanted to show you all about the crime a long time ago. But you all were looking for fame. You all were looking for title. God rejects you all preachers already. You all are not preachers of God. You all are rejects. You are not representing God. You are representing your pockets and your belly. And the thing is, people are afraid to tell you all that because you all say you all anointed. Church not die anointed. My anointed and do my prophets no harm. Zopa anointed, guys. Zopa pierce prophet. Zopa anointed. You are not anointed by God. You are not doing what God said to do. Right now, all of you all is money you all want and jeep. You all want concession to bring your jeep into the country. That's the thing. You all don't even care about the souls of the people. There are people in your churches that have all kinds of problems and they need somebody to just talk to or to hear them. But you all not there. You all busy everywhere looking for money. Money will come. Once you do what you're supposed to do, God is going to pay you. God does not owe no man. Okay? So when you look at it, you all done fill the country already. You all done fill the country already. You only doing what God said to do. And you all are the reason. There is no man to stand in the gap for these young people. You have all these young people who see no way out. And it's a big thing for them. They see it easy to kill their brother men because there is no one to stand in the gap for them. There is no one to cry to God for these young people. And you look having them as just a preacher, just a pastor. You all ain't no preacher, you all ain't no pastor. I am the people preacher more than you all. Napoli preach passes. Keep the fire burning.